from Potato Cam. I hope that you've had a wonderful weekend. I hope that you are ready to be very festive. And yes, shall we do some Christmassy things? I am all bundled up. I've just seen the monitor back and I'm like, oh wow, that looks huge. But it's many layers of sweatshirt to keep me warm because it's cold. There we go. Enough of that. Let's have a look at the supplies we're using in December because that's where the goodness lies. It's a different way of looking at many layers. Many layers indeed. Okay, so embellishment-wise, I've got pearl stickers and I've got this chipboard pack with frames, words, and not a clipboard clip in sight. Oh, thank you. Thank you, Vicki. So I've got those embellishments, and then we have all this paper. Yes, it has been absolutely chucking it down today. Georgia says we have a very rainy start to December. Yes, very rainy. All right, so a quick little run through, and then a discussion of why I have so much paper. Ready? So from Pages, Very Merry Christmas with Pink Fresh, we have this one. Oh, do they have names? It's Giving Christmas, Festive and Fun, Good Cheer. Gotta love that Paige can get purple in a Christmas collection. Of course she can. And Holly Jolly. Oh my goodness. Can you hear the wind? It's crazy. So that's from Paige's collection. Really love this pink holly print. Then Simple Stories all wrapped up. We have got these trees called Twinkle Lights. This one called Warm Wishes. The tag elements. The 3x4 elements. The 4x6 elements. And the sticker sheet. Then, 2 collection packs. Hold on, I shall explain. So this is Vicki's 12x12 starters from Mistletoe and Memories, 400 Market, which 3 of them go together for double page spreads, if that's your thing, if that's your sort of thing. Okay, you get this gorgeous wood grain, polka dots, and red. Like, I just love that. All right. Do these have names? No, they have numbers. So we have green here with the 3x4s. A giant snow globe for all your snow globe needs. This one says Holiday Wishes and Mistletoe Kisses over and over again. Little rectangular block prints. Grid. Giant square block print. So yeah, these can go together. Ledger. We like a bit of ledger. A wreath on a grid. Wood grain, like strips of wood grain, like fence panels. Then we have this snowy scene. So we can do, which way do they go? That way. Oh, except I've got the whole thing upside down. So you can do that as a double page spread. We've also got this. Now, this is an interesting choice. I don't think Vicki would have chosen this. One of the double page spreads is back to back with a different one. So you could use both, but then you don't have the flexibility of moving those designs around. You're going to work on both sides of the paper, which you know I don't do. But anyway, there we go. I'm not worried about the double page spreads, but if you are, that's a point of information. Lovely bright green grid with the 4x6 cut aparts. Another sheet of tags. And then the tags on the other side, you get plenty of spaces to write and plenty of different options because they all line up. Yes. Okay, and then also as my background pack this month, the Mistletoe and Memories Staples, which is like burlap canvas texture and polka dots with a bit of linen texture mixed in. So you can use that as a rainbow stripe if you want, but the bonus on the back of the title page is green tonal dots. Then we have red with pink, hot pink with red, yellow, green, a more sprucey kind of green with lime green here, a more bluey type green with aqua, and then we're into repeats here. Yeah. I've used one or two of those already, so that's why there's not a repeat of everything. Okay, so why so much paper? The thought is, I made a big list because our December scrapbooking needs will vary depending on how you document in this time of year. Here's why. Some of you, some of us, will make a daily album alongside our 12 by 12 scrapbooking this month, and therefore we'll use a lot of our stories in that format and have fewer 12 by 12s. So that would mean you don't need anywhere near this much. You could just pick a few pieces that are your favorite to have a little bit of December in your 12 by 12 album so that it doesn't seem like life fell off a cliff when you got to the end of November. You can have a little bit of Christmas, but then you can have a see also. I have a Christmas journal from this year and it has all the details, yeah? And that is literally what I do. I write a note on a page somewhere relevant to say, there's more, yeah? See also. And when I do travel albums, when I do Christmas albums, anything like that. Now, the flip side of that, because most of us are going to be taking many, many photos in December, or at least living many, many stories and hopefully getting pictures to go along with that in December. So you might wish to not have a separate album that's just for December. And then what are you going to do with all those pictures? And you want to keep it in your family album for December, like everything else for the year. And that means you'll be ending up with more 12 by 12 scrapbook pages. Yes? Which means you might need all of that paper. Or you might just like all that paper, let's be honest. So there we go. You pick the right amount for you. And this is just what I'm adding to my 12 by 12 Christmas stash this year. That's it. Because everything I bought from my Christmas journal is in the 6 by 8 format. Pretty much. And then I will also have a few bits from here that will make it into that, of course. Is that enough of an explanation? Let's also, while we're here, talk about what's on next month's shopping list, the January shopping list, because a new year means setting up a little bit of continuity for my album. So let me do my speech and talk about that, and then we're going to scrapbook with all of this. So I would like, while I'm doing my speech, for you to make a request. Which paper would you like me to start with? What kind of vibe? We've got pages, we've got simple stories, we've got Vicky. And I am, you'll be very happy to know, scrapbooking myself this week. Not a child in sight. So I've got these photos, 1 4x6, 2 3x4s from some caroling that I did last week on Thanksgiving, actually. And so that's what I'm scrapping. You can choose which style of the papers you would like, okay? And I will go with that. Oh, also I've realized I've got pages, tags were in the kit too, and they're not here. Did I just leave them in my little organizer? Did they just not come out? Or did I might have just put them in the wrong Christmas supply basket. They're here. I've seen them. Okay. You can, should I do that as a poll? It'll be easier to tell. Let's see. Start poll. Which collection first? Page. Vicky. Kelly. Simple stories. There you go. Right. Back to Potato Cam. Hello again. Hi, my name is Shimelle. I teach online scrapbooking classes, design scrapbooking products, and help you use them to tell your stories in a creative way. It's not just my hobby, it is my job, and that means anytime you scrapbook on the internet, it's considered advertising, and legally I need to make sure you're aware of that. So thank you for coming to watch my #advertising. I appreciate you being here, whether you are live and chatty, watch from Tomorrowland, quiet, craft, don't craft, think about coming back to craft, just craft at Christmas. all of it. You can find links to all the stuff you'll need in the description box with this video. That includes the classes I teach. Journal Your Christmas and Share Your Christmas both start today. Ready for December is still available if you want to go back and make a whole bunch of December pages ready to go. All that sort of stuff. Also, the supplies I'm using this month, the supplies I'm using next month, all of that is linked. And the products that I design, including Live the Dream, which we're going to talk about in just a moment. So you can find all of that there. If there's something you're looking for and you don't find it there, let me know and I will happily add a link or send you a link or whatever. Okay? That's enough of that. Let's scrapbook. I'm very glad you're here, by the way. Always. Enough of my face. Okay. So looking at the shopping list for January. Every year for the last several years, since I think 2021, I have used a collection that included cut-aparts with the months of the year printed on them. No one has made that this year. It is a sad time. I would happily have filled that gap in the design world should I have known and had a position to do so. But I did not and I do not. So moving on. Instead, we are going, well, I'm going to turn a frown upside down. I'm going to use that Live the Dream bundle as my album continuity for 2026. I'm going to make, at the beginning of the year, 12 monthly dividers, and I'm going to set up some different pieces that are from that bundle in order to carry it all the way through 2026. There's plenty in that bundle to make that happen, and I'm going to share everything that I do for that with you here on YouTube. Okay, so that bundle is on that the link to get to the supplies on the affiliate link, and it would cost you like $120 to buy everything individually, but instead you can pay $49.99, but you can use a discount code. So today's discount code is Cyber Days. That gets you 12% off, I believe. And then you can also add the freebies. There are 6 freebies available today, and with my order, I qualified for 5 of them. So I got some stamps. I got, what else did I get? Ooh, I got a new blending brush, which I'm very excited to try. So there we have it. Okay. Yeah, so you can add all that to your cart, and then I will make individual 12x12s with that bundle deal, but I'm also going to use that as my continuity through 2026. And I'll share it all here so that you have plenty of ideas of what to do with it. Does that make sense? Okay. Don't let me forget, I don't want to just rabbit on about supplies anymore, but I want to ask you at some point about some stamps, but let's talk about that midway through. We have got a really even distribution of votes, but I think Vicky has just pipped it. Let's see. Vicky is at 37%. So it doesn't mean we're not going to use these today, but we're going to start with Vicky. Okay? Fabulous. And bowl. Now, let's have a look using this to figure stuff out and reminding myself what is the back. Red polka dots. Amazing. 1 4x6, 2 3x4s that are landscape. This one's portrait. These are landscape. Okay. I might jump right in with that red box. It's either the red box or the wreath grid. So let's grab both of those and decide. This one, oh, they're right in order, or this one. Oh, I love that, Allison. Allison's daughter is off to London today to see how many Christmas displays she can find. London is so pretty at Christmas. So we could do a starting point with these in a wreath, or we could work with this square. Oh, I like the red. Let's go red. Okay. We shall. Oh, why is the green ledger on the back here? I like this one too. Sorry, green ledger. I mean, I could just go with green ledger. It's very tempting. Shouldn't have turned it over. All right. And a little bend and snap. Do, 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 do. Bend and snap. All right. Yes. Festive things that have happened so far. We've got this. And hilariously, last night went to see the roller skating trains because the performer that WB started with way back when he started his contract at Starlight, she actually finished with him, and then there was a casting problem and they called and said, actually, would you come back next week? And she's been there ever since. And so last night was her for real last night. So we went to surprise her, and we sat really close. We're in the 4th row, which in Starlight means that you're in the middle of the set, because there's like a circle and then it goes out kind of like wedges of a pie, and it cuts across 2 times. So we're in the very front, which meant there were 2 tracks behind us. So we're right in the middle of everything. And she saw us in the opening speech. And then we found out that when she exited from her opening speech, which is a quick change, the first thing she said was, oh my goodness, WB is here. And so it was great to go wish her happy trails and see her living her best life up there. Okay, and then the other Christmassy things we have done so far. We went to see another performing friend in the Elf musical. Hilariously, we have crossed paths with all the children playing the child role in Elf the musical this year. But 4 times watching it is too many times for me. So we just went to see his closest buddy of the 4, which was amazing. And I kept thinking there was one more thing. Caroline, Elf, that. Oh, I think I'm going to end up with Wicked content in my Christmas stuff. And we have, of course, gone to see Wicked. But what I'm going to do is probably wait until, I'm assuming we're going to get a sing-along like we did last Christmas. And then that will go into my Christmas album. Yeah. Allison says, is WB still home? At the moment, yes. Just at the moment. All right. So, of these words, where shall we start? We have sparkle, holiday time, bright, moment, Christmas day, festive, and 25. So I could just use the Christmas here and then spell out Caroline. I think that is fine. I wanted to see if any of these frames are kind of 3x4 size, but we've got squares, rectangles. Oh, these rectangles are little though. Smaller than that. That one could work though. We could do that. That's 4x6. Oh, and there's a red one. So we could frame that either. I kind of like the green because it contrasts against the red. So we can do that. So then let's cut some green paper to mat these 2. Yeah. Oh my goodness, Corey, you love the Elf musical? I don't know that it's one I could watch many times. I love the movie. It's just, the musical is just very silly, and you have to embrace that. Yes, we will be seeing Paddington. We're going with some friends in the new year. It was just a bit tricky because we had to match up schedules, so we're waiting until after Christmas, but we will certainly be going to Paddington, and everyone I know who's been is just like, it's the most wonderful thing ever. So that is amazing. It's really lovely when there's just something that is enough, like it's so successful that you just that you just feel that it's very wholesome, that there's like a whole like it's been made and it's very home crafted. I don't mean like in a shabby way. I mean like, I know various people who've worked on this project at different times, and it all feels very close to home. That's what it is. Even though we're not personally involved, I just feel like it's a very London created thing, but it's not some big metropolis city kind of thing. It's just a lot of love and beauty, and the tech is amazing considering it doesn't feel like tech, which is beautiful. So yeah, there we go. Let's mat these. Where was that? And Corey thinks that matching 3x4 frames might be in the cutouts that come with the 6x8 album, which is a great call, but not something I'm going to use today. And I think you may be right. Yes. Okay. What happens if I just do both of them like this? Let's start there. I know it's Monday and I'm going straight in with photos. What am I even like? Okay. So I can have a green mat here. Like. Oh, and Christmas journal friends, did you see what's new for this year? So you can choose if you are somebody who prefers reading, no problem, got you covered. The prompts are PDFs that you can read as normal. However, no, you don't need to pay for Dropbox to listen to it. Okay, if it's telling you that, I will change the hosting on it. Okay, I will go fix that for you. Do not pay anything. No. I will go check what setting is doing that. Ignore it. If I have to change where it's hosted, I'll change it. But anyway, you can also listen to it being read if you would prefer. So if you want to hear my dulcet tones, reading it to you kind of podcast style each day, you'll have that option. But absolutely do not pay. I feel like I should go put that on a million places. Don't pay. There's no need to pay for anything to play the audio. Okay, Caroline says it didn't ask her to pay. All right. So anyway, I hope you do enjoy it. Yay. Now. Let's look. That sticker sheet. Where are you? You're in the middle of all this. Here. And I think black letter stickers today. I just think that's going to work. Oh, I still have these that are out. Can we spell Caroline? C-A-R-O-L-I-N-G. Yay! All right. Now, we would double the L in this country, but I've got plenty of L's. That's fine. Good. Right. I feel like we need to do something with this, with these edges. But what? And I need a journaling space. So let's look at all those writing options I've got, because I have some from Vicky. I have some from Simple Stories. So we have those. Tags. And those. Then there's more, because I have all of the all wrapped up cut aparts here too. But they are not so easy for writing. Now these tags, the other side should be. Yeah, so I've got those there. Here we've got just that one and that one. No. And that one. It's the one thing that I'm not loving is that there seems to be a real push to get rid of the journaling cards in collections. Can I just throw it out there into the universe? Don't get rid of all my journaling cards. What am I supposed to write on if you don't have any? But Vicky's got them, so that's great. Thank you. So let's go there. Yay! Georgia had accidentally ordered 9x12 page protectors, but she chopped them and fused them into A4 to fit her pages without fighting with her fuse tool. I think you get a merit badge for that. Well done. Now, interesting thing. When I was going through supplies to look for what I was going to use in 2026, have we noticed that the sticker books have disappeared? Simple Stories, it's just this sheet for flat stickers, and then there's foam stickers, and then there's way more die cut packs, and there is a sheet of chipboard. I'm not sure how I feel about stickers disappearing. You know? Ali says, is this page going to appear in November or December? It's a very fine line. Honestly, worrying about which side of the divider it's going to be on is overthinking. Because it's just going to end up in chronological order, and then the divider will go in where it's most sensible. I'm not stressing. Okay? Yeah, because they'll both be in the same album. It'll just be that somewhere the divider will happen. It might be that the divider is here. It might be the divider is here. It might be the divider is a page before or after. It's fine. Georgia says, some collections have sticker books and some don't. Some have chipboard frames and others don't. I've always been surprised that the chipboard frames have stuck along so long because I didn't think they were as versatile a product. But I'm wondering if prices have gone up on sticker production. It's very possible. The stickers are going to be really hard to move to American processing at a good price point. Now, these are made in the USA, so that's probably why this sheet is easier. If I look at one of the old sticker books, I wonder if the thin sticker stock, are those also made in the USA or not? Let's see. No, they're made in China. That'll be the difference. Yep. Yep. That'll be it. Okay, well, hopefully we get more stickers back. Maybe we upgrade what we've got in order to make them. Moving on. Okay, so I kind of think I want to go with the same size, but it's going to need a lot of overlapping to make that work. But I'm kind of willing to give it a try. None of them are like, this one is red, but it happens to use the same green that I've got there. And the 4x6 on this one were all, yeah, nothing there works either. Okay. So we could go with the multicolor and add a whole bunch more embellishment to bring that out. Or this one and stick with red and green. Allie is shouting for the plaid. Georgia and Auntie Caffeine love a chipboard frame and will not hear any derision of this product. It's fine. don't think it's a bad. Oh, you're right. This is Ralph Lauren Christmas. I'm so not a Ralph Lauren Christmas person. It's just a little bit restrained for me. But it does have teddy bears, right? Can I make it be a Duffy bear? They look kind of like Duffy bear. Okay. So let's do some inking. Georgia likes the chipboard frames because they make good mini album covers, and also easy starting point for layout. Yeah, it's true. They do, like, it's a great, easy way to start. The reason why I don't tend to pick them up is I feel like the visual look that I get is a little bit more repetitive if I have to make use of a whole packet, especially where I tend to change my supplies per month. So you can't like use, I think you could maybe use 2 on a page, but it's rare that you would make a page with the whole pack. And if you did, you probably wouldn't want to admit to yourself how much you just spent on that layout. But if I spread them out across the month, then like more than half of the pages start with a big chipboard frame. So that's why I don't tend to go for them. But Georgia wishes they did frames for Hard Candy Christmas. Okay, so let's then see how we can overlap here. So we're going to stick this one onto the photo, which I took none of these. This one is nicked off social media for the neighborhood that we sang in. It's the yards at Covent Garden. And then we're going to overlap this. These 2 were on our group chat, and I printed them out. So the smaller group and then the bigger group. And I've not got this quite right. Let's just trim it. Okay, and then how much room does that mean I have for this journaling box? Oh, plenty. That's all right. The blue things look like surfboards. Hold on. Well, I guess they do kind of look like surfboards. They're just big flags, like advertising. I'm trying to center here. Let's see what we got. Just like that. Okay. So yeah, it's it says lantern light nights. There's a little stage here, and there were 2 flags on that side and 2 flags on this side. We aren't indoors. Oh, sorry. This makes it look like a shopping mall. This is outside. These are like al fresco restaurants behind us, and there's a shopping district in front of me. But yeah, so we're on the streets. On the streets, man. But like, it's not that kind of streets. It's a bit fancy. Okay. Happy with that. Let's do this, but not put any adhesive on the top and bottom edge so that I can tuck everything in if I want. Okay, what are we going to tuck in? Let's have a look. Should we go right on in with that gorgeous Christmas light? Why not? So the flags and the stage aren't there all the time. They're just there when there's an event. So we were the kickoff Christmas shopping season event. But every Thursday night until Christmas, there's something in that shopping center. Or, well, it's not a shopping center, a shopping district. So like one week they're going to have Irish dancing because there's also a Guinness brewery there. There one night, I think this week is ballet. They're going to have dancers in to do some, I don't know, I'm assuming nutcracker things out in the courtyard. Yeah. And our night we were split. We do half an hour set, and then there was a DJ set from a charity that teaches people how to DJ, which is kind of cool. Yes, I'm liking that. Let's have that top corner, this corner. Yeah. I'm going to put 5 dots with that, but I'm not done. Oh, yeah, it's definitely... Oh, Anti-Caffeine thought the things at the top left... Oh, this was a menu. No, that's like the awning upstairs at a wine bar. Yes, it's in Covent Garden. Stop, Nikki. You don't need to buy things when you realize you have previous supplies. You can follow this design with the supplies that you already have. It's fine. Now, what about this gap in the sea? No, I do want it to overlap. So I might try putting something in that gap there. Like, what happens if I just put a little piece of the green that we used for the mats? Covent Garden is glorious at Christmas. Giant, and I mean giant, bells and disco balls hanging in the market hall. I know we have a giant tree that comes to Trafalgar Square, and it's a wonderful historical gift between two countries that's lovely, but also the very commercial one that's in Covent Garden on the piazza is a beauty in its giant pot. There you go, Nikki. Liz has just made the same background with a Distress ink pad, so you don't need to buy stuff. It's okay. What do we think about that green in there? I think that's probably better than the gap. Carnaby is lovely too. Lots of neon in Carnaby. Where's that coming from? Oh, there. Okay. Right. Christmas. And then, when you have a closed space like the sea in Christmas, could you just put a tag behind it, or you usually do an embellishment? Do you mean like what I just filled in? Yeah, you could put a tag behind there. Georgia is disappointed in the Trafalgar Square tree. Yeah, it's more for the story than the looks. Yeah. And, oh, let's not go for the giant G because I have a giant N. Mid-sized G. Giant N. Oh. Two L's because British spelling, but you could leave one off. What do we think? I'm not sure about that. Which C? Is there a middle one? Yeah, there's a middle one. Let's go there. Yeah, this is a great set of letters. It really is. Well done. Okay, now, interestingly, I've stuck this here, and now it maybe looks like it should go here. But I don't love how much of the photo then that covers up, and I get all this messiness in here. So no, we are going to stick with it here, but I'm going to add some embellishment there to balance it. Okay. to the sticker sheet. Okay, so I have these up there. What shall I put here? And what words have we got? When you get a big set of phrase stickers, read them so you know what you have. So if you have these, you have Deck the Halls, Merry, Comfort and Joy, Sparkle, Under the Tree, A Holly Jolly Time, which is interesting. We could use that here. Joy and Love, All is Bright, Glad Tidings of Joy, Season's Greetings, Holiday Party, North Pole, Special Delivery, All Wrapped Up, Love, Christmas, Christmas Stockings, Be Merry, Magical, All is Calm, Here Comes Santa, Family Traditions, All I Want for Christmas, Twinkling Lights, Naughty or Nice, Bright, Details, Merry Christmas, Dear Santa, Snuggle Up, Home for the Holidays, All is Bright, Oh What Fun, Making Merry, Peace, Love, Joy. Now, I don't always read them out loud that way, but the reason that I tend to do it, at least to myself, is because then you can, one, see if there's any duplicates. Like, I probably wouldn't have noticed if I didn't read it aloud that I have All is Bright in 2 different styles. Yeah. Or that I have Joy plus Love and Peace, Love, Joy in matching styles. Also Comfort and Joy here, all in that same style. The Joy, Joy, Joy. And it just kind of puts it into your mind about what kind of phrases you might have. Lets you visit your stash a little bit. Yeah. Okay. So I think we take that lighter green and bring it down here. Allison says, was that your only outdoor event with the choir? It's funny that you say that. No. So we have this event, which is the only thing we're doing with the small group. But we have our own concert, which is indoors at the Actors Church in a couple weeks. Like a week from tomorrow. OMG. Tomorrow is the rehearsal. I'm doing an a cappella number there's just 3 of us. Am I slightly terrified? Yes, but is it the kind of terrified that is really good to challenge ourselves? Yes, also yes. So that, and then at the weekend, singing with all the London Sing Space choirs at the Tower of London all day, like Christmas Village style. And then I think that's all our gigs until after New Year. So we have this little flurry of them together. And then that. And then New Year. Yeah. And we have a massive concert in February that's a big fundraising concert. And it's not even just all the London choirs. Anybody in the whole country who sings with Sing Space can come, which is, there's 40 choirs nationwide, but ours is a little different because it's London. But at that gig, there'll be so many people there that the choirs will rotate and we each stand on the stage to sing 3 numbers. And then we take our seats elsewhere in the auditorium. And I just think that one is going to be just wild because I will guarantee I will be sat next to people I've never met before. And then you don't know, are they quiet singers? Are they loud singers? Have they done these songs before? Did they learn them this morning? Who knows what could happen? Also, I got my list 2 days ago of which songs I'm on stage for, and I have done none of them. So, I mean, I know all 3 songs, like I know the melodies, but my choir hasn't sung any of them. So I shall be learning those very soon. It'll be fine. Right, here. What is the right size and the right style? The tree is the right style, but right style, wrong scale. By the way, there are 3 of them, so probably use them together at some point. So I think I used this bit of holly, but I need something else to go along with it. Maybe there. Yeah, let's get some foam squares. Papios. Where did I put you? Over here. No. Oh, okay. Papios I will add later. I've just seen they've fallen down a gap. Pam has found some Christmas season photos from 1995. Oh, you mean the era when I had no wrinkles. She feels like she needs to pull out her oldest Christmas collection to get them in an album. That's a really lovely idea. Definitely love that. Oh, Allie's friend Richard sang in the Gareth Malone Messiah choir show. That's lovely. I'm assuming it's not the same Richard who sings in my choir, because we've also done Gareth Malone stuff, but unless your Richard is a very, very deeply spoken and sung man, it's a different Richard. Okay, so I was going for tags, and then also these pieces here. So we are using, where's my Sharpie? We're using this one straight off, and I've used the green frame. I don't know how well this will work with various pieces. It works with the letters when it's all a whole set of words. I don't know if it will be useful here, but I'm going to start that way. Okay, so maybe because we have like these little pieces like this. Now, would any of them fit? Yeah, doubling the L is a UK versus US spelling thing. It probably wouldn't get marked wrong if you left it with one L here, because we tend to be quite forgiving of American spellings, but I would prefer it to be that way. Now, these are a little big for those. Is that the small, like then there's this, but they're too tall. Okay, so I think even though they're a little bit big, I'm going to use this anyway. So I'm going to end up with duplicate chipboard there that would make it so thick. So I'm trying not to double up there. Do I like this? Do I not? Let's see. I think I will. Allie's Richard is in Wales. No, not the same one. So we'll take that same color and center it in here. Let's get more here, more. Right, so we've got the holly there. I've got another holly that I can then add here. You think? Are we good there? I mean, you could also put it on there, but I'm thinking I like it here to make the whole title feel connected. Let's have some little tuckies. Let's bring that kind of color up here. Now, the question is, does that just look messy behind the lights? It totally does. So, let's bring it here instead. Now, I only had 2 of the holly bundles. I've got these little pieces, though. How many gifts? 1 and a set of 2 there. It's an interesting mix, this, because there's kind of 2 or 3 different illustration styles all put together. Like if I just saw this piece on its own, I would think it was from Simply Vintage, but it's not. Yeah. Two. This is going to be hard for me. 2 ornaments, 2 gifts, 2 poinsettias. But the trick to that, when the stash gives you 2 instead of 3, is to do diagonal, because then you only need 2. Yeah. Okay. Right. There's literally 1 stocking and 1 candy cane, so I can't always help you. Right. We need something happening here. And we need to take this up the diagonal. Oh, that is funny. So Allison with 1 L, her dad was sent to register her birth and put down a double L. So all the legal forms in her whole life, she's Allison with 2 L's. But her mom went absolutely mad and made sure she grew up spelling it with 1 L. I love that. Oh, there are 2 candy canes. Thank you. I did not notice. Nikki spotted that there's just 1 red and 1 green. I was looking for a double red. There's 1 red, 1 green, and they face each other. Okay. All right. Then we're going to bring in these little leafy pieces. Or is that too much? Might be not the right balance. Okay. Oh, I wanted to talk about letter stamps. Okay. So I was really tempted to add a set of letter stamps in January's shopping list that I could then use throughout the whole year. And I'd really like, there's a set from scrapbook.com that's like a big statement set. But because they're large, they've then separated the lowercase from the uppercase. And the bundle together, full price, is like $44. I don't normally do things like that. $44 on one thing. So talk to me. Do you ever spend $44 on something like a set of letter stamps that you would then use throughout the year? Would you do it and then regret it and be like, I'm over this font by February and I'm not interested anymore? Does the 44 with whatever, minus whatever discount code you get actually sound completely fine because they're quality stamps and you know that you're going to get something that's going to last a long time and you can get a lot of use out of it? Are you somebody who would go the next step and also buy the dies to go with it? Gina is like, no way for $44. So it's 22 for lowercase, 22 for uppercase. So on one hand, I'm like, it's too much for me to put on a list. On the other hand, I don't see how they can sell it much cheaper either, because I know how much these things cost. So I don't know. It's not a small set. It's not like it's not this. It's giant. So I don't know. Talk to me about what you think when you buy larger items. Yeah. Yeah. And like, would you do the sort of thing where you maybe get the lowercase 1 month and then wait a couple months and get the uppercase? Because it is their own brand, so it's unlikely that it would go out of stock, I think. Yeah. I'm glad I didn't put it straight on the January list, because with all those no ways, I was on the right vibe. No, the dies are separate from that 44. Yeah. Yeah, maybe I talked to them about, what is the deal? Not, I can't get a discount on anything, but I don't mean it like that. But just to say, like, is there ever like an offer deal or something like that? Petty Doc says, with large purchases, yes, she'd buy the uppercase with one order, and then a different month the lowercase, and maybe then another month the dies. Yeah. Yeah. Bessie had to spend $12 on a little letter stamp that was rubbish quality for her niece, so 22 doesn't sound so ridiculous to me. There is that. It's, yeah. Auntie Caffeine said she spent $150 on her silhouette, $80 on her die cutting machine, and anything else she buys has to be under 20 bucks. And 44 is outside of Allison's comfort range. Yeah. Yeah. I don't know what to think about items like that. Because the alternative is, you know, like every month letter stickers and stamps. I was just looking, or not stamps, letter stickers and, you know, things like that. I love letter stickers, so I'm always looking at them, but there's like, we don't really get new ones, do we? And so I was just thinking, you know, what is this sort of thing, right? You want to know what they're called. I'm just pulling them up now. Shop. Clear stamps. Letters. Okay. They are called Brooklyn. So lowercase and numbers, solid letter is $22.99, and the uppercase solid, which also has ampersands and punctuation, is $22.99. They also do an outline. I wasn't looking at that. I was just looking at the solids. And then, do they do a die set? Oh, actually, there isn't a die set that comes up in the related products. Let's just double check to make sure it's not because I'm in a stamp search. Brooklyn. Oh, no, there's no dies. But yeah, the bundle of upper, lower numbers, all in solid, is $43.49. Yeah. Dun, dun, dun. Auntie Caffeine says Pink Fresh does letter stickers. Yeah, tiny ones. Yeah, I purchased for a year, not a month. That's why I was looking at it in January. Yeah. Yeah. Okay. So I'm glad that I kind of had I had a good impression of what your reaction would be, but I'm also glad that I asked. Okay. Let's start getting some confetti on here and figuring out what else is going to go in this bit. I was going to go with the bright green because of the contrast, but I actually really like this version because it's a perfect match and it has no contrast, just the pearls. Okay, how many? Oh, I got enough. Okay, little trio here. And then the same over here. And then up to here. We don't buy it. I'm glad you don't buy it. Yeah, I mean, suggesting an alpha stamp is all it would be, because that's how Best of Both Worlds works. It's always just a suggestion of something that might work. So you could always substitute, but it is quite a stylized alphabet. So that's why I was kind of asking, because it's not like I could take my blocky alpha and substitute it and have it look the same. It's not going to look the same. But I love that alpha. I've designed with that font. I have a sweatshirt with that font. I do like that lettering style. Right, we just need stuff here. This one and here. The tags are just a little too big to make it work, that's all. Like maybe using one of those. Santa's facing the wrong way, really. And I've already got the other kind of holly art, so I don't really want to mix that. Sorry, I'm just thinking this through. Where do I go? Oh. No. Oh, Pam, if the chat is way ahead of the video, go drag the play button. Usually the little red dot is further back. Like mine's just gone. Mine is 5 minutes behind. So if I drag it up to the end, then it catches up. Okay, so what happens if we put that in there? I'm looking at the font at the moment rather than the color necessarily. So all of the things that are in these capital letters, but I think the Deck the Halls is the best one for the story. Nikki says, would it work to mat the book plate in the bottom of some patterned paper to fill in the space around the sticker? You could if you want, sure. But I really liked the red showing through, so I'm not going to. But yeah, you certainly can. Yeah. Just a style choice. Okay, then I think I will use just one of these and put it behind that frame. Or maybe on top of the frame. Yeah, on top of the frame. Okay, do that. I know I need some sort of little detail in here. We're going to do that. Pam has more than one set of letter stamps and dies. She feels they're worth the investment and would for sure pull from her stash. Good to know, good to know. I have a couple different styles in the Ellie Studio all caps letters, and they're really nice. Should probably use them more. I don't when I'm here because I try to stick to what's in the kit, and Ellie's Studio wouldn't be at scrapbook.com. Dun, 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 dun. Could use something like that. Could use a little bit of that border sticker actually. Right. Okay. Then, and all the pieces that look like they're floating, they're going to be popped. Can I do one more set of dots over here? Yes. Come on. There. Ink Fairy is tempted by the Brooklyn set. They're really pretty, right? And they're very different than my LA Studio blocky, tall, narrow, all caps. Yeah. Look at me. I'm going to open it not over the middle of the layout. I'm growing as an artist. Okay. We're going to go lots of glitter up here. Carry this across and do lots of little glitter over here. Got a big space here, so we'll do some glitter there and then just take it across here. Now, should you be somebody who really likes to stamp on their pages, I'm going to point out that this is a place where you could stamp a larger design if you wanted to, but you could also leave it open so that you have a little bit of breathing room to set that red box. Now, how does this work as a starting point? Because I did the photos straight away. Well, I'm just going to give you the idea that you could create this with any number of photos, really. So they could all be like this, and you could have 2 here, 2 here, 2 here, 6 photos all the way across, 6 landscapes. They could all be 4x6 portraits, and you could have 3. You could have, like, you know, this could be 4 landscapes in a journaling card, 2 portraits in a journaling card. It could be 1 portrait and a 6x8 landscape journaling card if you've got a big story. You've got a lot of flexibility within that format of having 3 boxes across and then embellishment that comes across on this diagonal. Also, if you wanted to, you could leave this section off and not dress it up, but, you know, more. Oh my goodness, you guys are hilarious. Pam is the second person to look up the Brooklyn set and say, actually, I would totally buy that. I love it. So we're all kind of in the same sort of mindset where we go, ooh, it's really pretty and I really like it, but also it's more expensive than what I would normally pay. Like, you're going to get the uppercase and lowercase versus the, what's it called? The Live the Dream box is only $5 more. But they're different. You can only use each piece in the consumable box once. The stamps you can use as many times as you want. Tammy's onto something here. You could add it to your Christmas list if you want to tell people what you want for Christmas. We want the Brooklyn letter stamps, solid in uppercase and lowercase. There we go. Nikki, you're fine. You shouldn't have anything yet, but you can log into the forum. Journal Your Christmas has day 1 there already, and Share Your Christmas will be after this. Nikki, also, please use that post. I know you saw it because you commented on it. So that post that is the status update, I did that so that you wouldn't have to start lots of different threads going, has anybody seen this? Has anybody seen that? So, because the answer to your question that you posted in a new thread was there in that status check. Yeah? So please use that. So you will see there's no emails you haven't missed any emails yet. You should be able to access the class on the forum. And Journal Your Christmas prompt 1 is already live. Share Your Christmas is after the live stream, so that will be going up later. Does that make sense? Are we clear? Are we good? You know how to log into the forum, then you can access it there. Okay, and if anybody gets that message that somebody got about about paying $12 to use Dropbox. You do not need to pay in order to access that file. So don't be paying for anything. I will have a look after this to see what's up and why you might be getting that message, but don't pay. You don't need to. Okay, any other questions? Whoop, 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 whoop. Yes, when you're ordering or you're asking friends to order you a Christmas present, anything like that, make sure you share things like discount codes, show them how to add the freebies. You can send them the affiliate link, all of that sort of stuff. Yeah? Do you want me to make an affiliate link for the Brooklyn stamps? Do you want the bundle? Are you going big and asking for the $43? Let's see. I think I can do that. Maybe. Okay, let's check. I don't know that there's a new interface, so I'm not sure. But we're going to find out if I can do it while we're live. Sorry, I have to prove that I'm me doing that bit. Oh, we got it? We got it? Yes, okay. Link builder. Let's do it. Here we go, here we go, here we go. Two moments. I'm getting there, Shorten link. Here we are. Okay. I have an affiliate link for the Brooklyn stamps. And it's in the live chat now. Sorry for the wait there, but hey, we've learned that I can make a link during the live. It just takes a moment. All right. Thank you so very much. I hope you have a wonderful December and that I see more of you. Oh, Gina can't see the stencil class. Okay, let me write that down so I can check what's up with your account. Gina stencils. Okay. Yes. Oh, Ali says, Dropbox just constantly asks you to upgrade, but you don't have to. Just keep closing out of that box. Fair enough. That's true. Like YouTube is forever asking for YouTube Premium, right? And I'm like, nope, still nope. I feel like they should, like, if you have a certain number of subscribers, they should just let you skip YouTube Premium. They should just give it to you. But no, it doesn't matter. But I still have to watch ads. Georgia says stencil class. It's the use what you buy stencil edition is what she's talking about. Marla says, what is the difference between both classes? The Christmas classes. So I have 2 December classes, Journal Your Christmas and Share Your Christmas. Georgia, those things are linked in the description box with the video. Okay? #organized. Okay, so Journal Your Christmas is daily from the 1st of December to the 6th of January. PDFs, and this year also audio of me reading the PDFs if you prefer a podcast edition. And then I also share videos of me making my albums. The stamp set is called Brooklyn. Okay. I've linked it in the live chat just above there. Okay. Journal Your Christmas has then 1st of December to the 6th of January. Every day, a new topic to think and write about that you may then turn into an entry in your scrapbook. And you may mix stories from Christmases long ago with this December. And you can access the class forever. So if you wanted to do just a little bit this year and then a little bit next year and a little bit the year after that and carry on like that, you can do that because you only pay once, right? And then Share Your Christmas is all about photos and videos. So if you want to take better Christmas photos, if your Christmas photos are always a little disappointing and you wish that you had better ones, or if you look at little video clips where people put all of their little videos together and make a beautiful little video and you're always like, oh, I wonder how they did that. that's the class for you. And that class just goes the 1st to the 24th, 24 days of videos. Okay? Videos to help you take better pictures and take better videos. That's Share Your Christmas. Joan Your Christmas is writing and crafting. Any other questions? The links to all of those are in the description box on this video. And if you wanted to just like blast through a whole bunch of crafting to get a 6x8 album ready, then that is the one called Ready for December 2025. And that is also available, and you could just blitz through it. Yes, Allie, the January kit we already discussed. So the January kit is live, but the Live the Dream bundle is what I will be using as my album continuity and my monthly dividers and everything throughout the whole of 2026. Because there isn't a collection that has my cut aparts with the months on them and stuff. Georgia, maybe, maybe not. It really depends on how much I get everything done today. I would like to do a little discount deal today, but I got to get all the other stuff done as a priority first. Okay? Any other questions? Thank you so much for joining me. I'm glad you're here, and it's nice that you're chatty, and thanks for talking through all that stuff with me. Have a wonderful week. If I don't see you anywhere else, I will see you here Friday, 10 a.m. or whatever time works for you. And if I do see you in class, then you'll be sick of me. I'll see you every day. See you very soon. Thanks so much. Bye. Class videos are Vimeo, yes. With a download link, so you can either stream or download, yes. Is there a follow-up to that question, Rita, or are we good? Yay, I'm really glad that Share Your Christmas has helped Allison. She says it's amazing what she learned and actually retained. Amazing. We love it when we just actually learn stuff. Fabulous. I'm just waiting for Rita now in case there was a follow-up question. But I will see you all very soon. Bye. Okay, Rita's good. All right, awesome. Thanks very much. Bye-bye.